Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to start my new video series of Oracle, which is a very important topic of engineering. Okay, so before going through Oracle, one must be familiar with these three terms. That is, what is RDBMS and DBMS, and then what are the various products of RDBMS, and at the end, what is the relation between RDBMS and the SQL. Now, firstly, what is DBMS? DBMS stands for Database Management System and RDBMS stands for Relational DBMS. Okay, so RDBMS is variation over DBMS, although it is also a database management system, but it is an advantage of a DBMS. So most of the students get stuck over here that why do most of the developers prefer RDBMS than the DBMS. Okay, see, I'm going to tell you about this difference between these two with the help of this example. I hope so you get a clear idea about what are the differences between this DBMS and DBMS with the help of this example. Okay, see, this is for DBMS and this is for RDBMS. Firstly, we will discuss DBMS. So we all know what is DBMS. It is a kind of management system that is used to manipulate, access and to alter the contents of the database. Okay, so in DBMS, what is there? If the DB is database is present on this server machine. We know what is a server machine, where our DB actually stored is known as a server machine. Okay, so this is a server machine. Let's suppose these are some other machines that also want to access the contents of this DB. Okay, so in this case of data, so in case of DBMS, it's not possible because DBMS states that if the DB is present on a server like this, okay, the DB is present on this server, so only this user that is operating on this server can access this DB. It's not that all the other computers can also access. No. So in simple words, we can also say that only online communication is not possible in case of database management system. But as we know, in today's the data is very important and it is very huge in quantity also. So it's to collect the data and then to manipulate the data is a important task today. So we need such kind of system that support the client server architecture, where if the data is present on one server, so all the clients of that server can access the database. Okay, although they are not consist of the DB present in their machine also. So for that purpose, we introduce the concept of relational database management system. What does relation database management system state? That if the data is present on this server machine, so all the client computers can also access this DB by just connecting to this server with the help of the network. Okay, firstly these all clients need to connect with this DB, and after connecting to this DB, this server, they can easily access this DB. Okay, so this is a major advantage of this relational database management system over the DB. So RDBMS allows the online communication between the server and the client. So these all are the client computers and this is the server computer. So that is why we also says that RDBMS always support client server architecture, but DBMS does not support it. Okay, so this is the basic difference between these two terms. Okay, this is the basic reason, that is why RDBMS is most of the preferred by all the developers of DBMSs, okay, rather than the DBMS. Now after this, next topic is the products of RDBMS. We know what is the product of RDBMS. All the softwares that also support this client server architecture, that means that support relational database management system. There are various products of RDBMS. I have mentioned only four, that is Oracle, MySQL server, SQL server and the Postgre. These are the four that I have mentioned and these are the most popular ones. But although besides of these four, there are also more products of RDBMS and these four are the most popular ones. Out of these two are the most popular ones and Oracle is the one that we are going to study in our video series. Okay, so these are the products that of the RDBMS. Okay, of relational database management systems. Okay, let us firstly, SQL stands for structured query language. Now let us discuss the relationship between these two terms with the help of an example. Let's suppose we want to access let's suppose we want to give a command, give a order and get a work done through computer. Okay, so how do? We are going to use a programming language like C++ to communicate with the computer. Okay, like that, SQL is also used to communicate with the Oracle. Okay, it works as an interface between the user and these all RDBMSs. If we want to access the contents, the data of these all databases, we need a SQL language. We must be familiar with this SQL language. Okay, so it is a structured query language which is used to query and get a useful and get a content that we want from these all kind of database management systems. Okay, so this is the basic relationship between SQL and these all kind of relational database management systems. Now one more thing over here is that SQL runs on all of these RDBMS. Okay, whether in Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server and PostgreSQL, everyone. Okay, SQL is familiar with all this, but Oracle is one of the RDBMS that use two languages. Okay, first is SQL and the second one is plsql. Okay, second one is plsql, that stands for procedural structured query language. Okay, so it stands for procedural language, that is a structured query language. It is also variation over SQL. It is a declarative language. SQL is a declarative language, but PL/SQL is a procedural language. So these are the two languages that are used in Oracle. SQL is used in every RDBMS, but PL/SQL is specially made for only Oracle database. Okay, it runs on only Oracle. It is specifically made for only Oracle RDBMS. So this is also one of the advantage of Oracle over these all kind of RDBMSs, that it uses two languages rather than one. Okay, so these are the two languages that we are going to study in this video series. That is what is SQL. We will discuss SQL in brief also, and then PL/SQL language. Okay, so this is the main motive of this video. We have discussed what is basically DBMS, RDBMS, and then what are the relation between RDBMS and DBMS, which one is better. RDBMS is better, it is mostly preferred by every developer. And then what are the products of RDBMS, and at the end what is the relation between this SQL and this RDBMS. Thank you for watching the video. So now what